I don't feel that it is necessary to know exactly what I am. The main interest in life and work is to become someone else that you were not in the beginning. The strategic adversary is fascism. The fascism in us all, in our heads and in our everyday behavior. The fascism that causes us to love power, to desire the very thing that dominates and exploits us. I am no doubt not the only one who writes in order to have no face. Do not ask who I am, and do not ask me to remain the same. Enlightenment, which discovered the liberties, also invented the disciplines. I am interested in the problem of authority, why people allow themselves to be governed, and the related problem of obedience. The important task of literature is to free man, not to censor him, and that is why Puritanism was the most destructive and evil force which ever oppressed people and their literature. It created hypocrisy, perversion, fears, sterility. There is no power relation without the correlative constitution of a field of knowledge, nor any knowledge that does not presuppose and constitute at the same time power relations. In its function, the power to punish is not essentially different from that of curing or educating. We mustn't forget that knowledge is power. Discipline is a political anatomy of detail. The most violent element in society is ignorance. What makes power hold good? What makes it accepted is simply the fact that it doesn't only weigh on us as a force that says no, but that it traverses and produces things, it induces pleasure, forms knowledge, produces discourse. We are subjected to the production of truth through power, and we cannot exercise power except through the production of truth. One can't understand the Christian right and similar movements unless one sees them as reactive. They're reacting to what they call secular humanism. Freedom of conscience entails more dangers than authority and despotism. A man who has been punished is not a better man for it. He is only more timid and more inclined to avoid the circumstances under which he was punished. Justice must always question itself, just as society can exist only by means of the work it does on itself and on its institutions. My job is making windows where there were once walls. People know perfectly well what they do. They frequently know why they do what they do, but what they don't know is what they do does. The important thing is not that everybody should think in the same way, but that everybody should think. Knowledge is not for knowing. Knowledge is for cutting. I don't feel that it is necessary to know exactly what I am. The main interest in life and work is to become someone else that you were not in the beginning. To punish is to make suffer, physically or morally. People know what they do. Frequently they know why they do what they do, but what they don't know is what they do does. Power is not an institution and not a structure. Neither is it a certain strength we are endowed with. It is the name that one attributes to a complex strategical situation in a particular society.